Hey, Melanie Beckler here with ask-angels.com. In this video, I'm going to share with you an emotional healing technique. This is a process I learned from my angels and higher self for clearing negative emotions, for clearing pain from your emotional body, for clearing frustration and anger and any lower emotions that are arising or even that are trapped in your body and maybe manifesting as pain or discomfort or anything like that. So emotional clearing is so essential on your path of spiritual growth and ascension and stepping in to embody more of your light, because as you raise your vibration, emotions can act like a ceiling, literally weighing you down and pushing you down, taking you on that roller coaster ride where you're lifting in your meditation and then you're crashing in negativity, in anger, in sadness. I know because I have had to do a ton of emotional clearing, so you are not alone. And also, your angels are here to support you in this process. Right when I started recording this video, Archangel Muriel stepped forward to assist. And so I know this is going to be extra powerful because Muriel is an incredible angel who helps with emotional healing. So let's go ahead and dive in. There are a couple of ways that you can initiate this process. The first is to literally go digging for emotions trapped in your being. Think about your family, think about your friends and relationships, think about baggage you're carrying, okay? That can bring up some emotions that are needing to be cleared. If you've already done a lot of clearing work on yourself, then you can just wait until something in the external triggers you and you find yourself reacting emotionally. However you want to go about it, and really I would recommend doing both. I recommend diving in to identify emotions in your being, and then also notice when you are triggered externally and allow the emotion to rise to the surface. Tune into it. Let yourself feel the fear, anger, pain, frustration, sadness, whatever the emotion is that's coming up for you, feel it. Tune into it. And to really get this emotion to rise to the surface, to engage your subconscious so that you're consciously and unconsciously releasing it, go ahead and blame the external for the pain you experienced. Go ahead and blame the external for the frustration. You can do this aloud or you can do it internally. I do recommend that you keep this to yourself. I'm not saying if someone triggers you emotionally to verbally blame them. If you are triggered, remove yourself from the situation. You can just say, I need to go to the bathroom or something, and then dive in and do this internal work. So internally, not externally, blame the external for the cause of the emotion. This is your fault. You made me frustrated. You brought this up in me. To tune into the emotion. And if you need to, you can express the emotion out loud. Cry, yell, stomp your feet. Please don't do any damage to yourself or your surroundings, but express the emotion that is rising to the surface for you. And then step back. Step back into the perspective of your higher self and realize that you can create distance between yourself and the emotion that's rising to the surface for you. And from the perspective of your higher self, from the perspective of your angels, from the perspective of the observer, not engaged, but observing, ask, what internal disharmony is this negative emotion revealing? What area of your life, of yourself, of your internal state of being is out of alignment, allowing this emotion to create such a rise in you? And ask, what is my higher self trying to learn in this situation. So if you have a family member who was really mean and rude and nasty to you, and it made you feel terrible, and it brought up all this anger and sadness and pain, ask, what is my higher self trying to learn from this situation? And pay attention to what that lesson is. In that example, it could be that your higher self is trying to learn self-reliance, is trying to learn boundaries and how to not take on judgments from others, or how to not get energy from other people, but rather get energy direct from source, direct from the divine, to tune into your own source of love within. And so tune into the perspective of your higher self. And from this perspective, seeing the agreements and contracts with the external world around you, see the role that that family member played, or that world event played to trigger this emotion in you. And now focusing inward, allow yourself to release. And this is where I find it to be helpful to ask the angels to help me release. Angels, I ask that you release this emotion into the light. You don't have to ask the angels for help with this. You can just release it into the light. Bind it to the sun. Release it over to the angels and into the light of the divine. Breathe and let it go. And then release any and all contracts, any and all ties, any and all negative energetic cords tied to this emotion, tied to this situation. Lift all that up out of your being and release it into the light of the divine. And once you have released the emotion, take a moment to forgive the other people or world situations involved. Take responsibility as the creator of your own experience, as the empowered being who is responsible for your own energy. Remember, you are a powerful light being. And so yes, while other people can trigger negative emotion in you, ultimately it is your choice how you respond to any situation. So release others from this responsibility. Forgive them, forgive yourself, do a final release of any of that lingering emotion into the light and feel lighter. Let it go. And then tune in to gratitude for the situation, for revealing this internal disharmony in you, for revealing that negative emotion in your emotional body that was weighing you down, but because of this situation, it came into the light. It came to the surface and you were able to release it. So release, let go, and then tune into gratitude, tune into love, breathe in light, elevate your vibration. And then, if you're feeling up for it, ask, what other negative emotions are stored in my energy body? Or ask, what challenging experiences did I have growing up? What baggage am I carrying in the present? To identify those emotions you're still carrying, to bring them to the surface and to release them into the light. Okay? Such a powerful process. Ask Archangel Muriel for help. Call in your guardian angels and your higher self to help guide this process and to support you in releasing negative emotion into the light of the divine. Okay, this is so powerful to do. Be sure to comment below and let me know how it goes, if you're getting this process, if you're able to release some of the emotion. And then after you go through the process, shine brighter, stand in your authentic truth, shine your light, and know that this is indeed a process. It's not something you do all in one day, but with some digging, you can take a weekend and really knock out a huge bulk of emotional pain from your energetic body, which is going to lift a ceiling blocking your growth so that you can reach higher levels of light. So give this a try, and then be sure to like and comment below. And if you haven't already, subscribe here on YouTube and then I will see you soon.